Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. But Mr. Hall, isn't today? Nope, it's Friday because we don't have to go to school tomorrow or the next 4 days. Let's go. I love it when a Thursday is a Friday. Heck, I even like it when a Tuesday is a Monday. And this weekend, we have both. Just wanted to come on real quick and give some context for what you're going to do in the next few slides or what you're going to see in the next few slides. First things first, we've got to vote on Employee of the Month for March. All right, so I've got a new set of names on the form. Go to bit.ly/WTW employee. There's going to be a QR code on the next slide as well. So go there and vote on who you think should be the Employee of the Month of March, and I will interview that person, and it'll be a grand old time. The slides after that have to do with the recent protests that you may or may not have heard about. We had a small one here yesterday. You may have noticed that some students walked out, but there were tons of students across the nation that did so as well, including in other parts of Dallas. The main space that it took place in was Tennessee. Recently, as you may know, there was a mass shooting in a school in Tennessee where 3 students and 3 adults lost their lives. In response to this, many students have taken to the streets, many teachers and parents as well. Hundreds of folks took to the streets and to the Capitol building in Tennessee to ask their legislators, in no uncertain terms, to change the laws so that people could be safer. And it brought to mind the thought of protest itself. We've had a lot of protests over the last few years, but protests have been happening for decades and even centuries. And it may not feel like protests alone does anything, but any sort of large societal change has happened as a result of people gathering together and letting their voices be heard to the people that are in power about what they want to have changed. So first, I want to look at a few news stories that covered the Tennessee protests. I hope that it'll give some insight into some folks that were protesting that are a lot closer in proximity to the most recent terrible thing that's happened. And after that, I want you to watch the TED Talk video that is over protesting and how protesting can lead to positive change if you do certain other things on top of it. Just walking around and yelling and screaming is not going to do anything by itself. Protesting expresses anger and frustration of the people, but also can be the first step of many in a long process of working to create positive change. There's a couple of discussion questions after that. I hope you enjoy your time today in advisory, and I hope that you enjoy your long weekend. The idea of a weekend itself, by the way, came about as a result of protests. We'll see you on Tuesday when we all return. Be good to yourself and others, and I'll see you real soon.